Overflows.
Understanding the statement, God prohibited. Remember, the message of Holy Bible is not meant for scholars. The message is for innocent ones. Scholars, priests, etc. have not understood the message, and accordingly man has been drifting far, far away from Jesus. Remember, when I say God prohibited, I do not mean that there is somebody who prohibited. I simply mean that this is a way of saying something. Existence prohibits knowledge. Existence allows innocence and prohibits knowledge because in innocence the part merges with the whole, remain with the whole, remains one with the whole. And the moment it starts knowing, ego arises and crystallizes. The part is no more flowing with the whole now. Ego has its own mind to do certain things and not to do certain other things. Now, ego has its own choice, its own likes and dislikes. This is the meaning of the story, and suddenly Adam and Eve were expelled from paradise. You must have wondered where that paradise is. No Christian theologians have answered to this, and no one was intelligent enough to ask this question. When Edmund Burke asked the question, the Archbishop had no answer. I have explained this anecdote earlier. Remember, it is not a geographical place. It is a psychological state of mind that we call as heaven and hell. Innocence is paradise. Knowledge is expulsion. Every child is born as Adam and Eve and remains in paradise until the process of conditioning the innocent mind began. But then we start teaching him, we start conditioning him, and all these teachers and people who condition and are trying to make a child knowledgeable are the serpent who convinced Eve that if you eat the fruit of the tree of knowledge, you will become like God. You will have your own center as God. If you know, you will become something other than what you are. The whole knowledge is a seduction to become something which you are not. All knowledge is creating future. Knowledge creates desire to become something which you are not. Knowledge creates a conflict between being and becoming. Knowledge creates a dream in you. Innocence is to enjoy that which you are, that what you are. And knowledge is to make the effort for that which you are not. This is the basic difference between innocence and knowledge. And Jesus emphasized on innocence, not knowledge. That serpent was the first teacher of the world. The serpent created a rift, and the rift was between being and becoming. To be in the realm of being, to be innocent, is paradise. To be in the realm of being or innocence is paradise. and to aspire for becoming through you is perpetual hell. All knowledge creates this rift between your being and your becoming, the two processes. It creates a dream, it creates an enticement, an illusion that you can become the gods. But you are not gods. Certainly you can become like gods through knowledge. Innocence says you are, and there is no need to become something else. Otherwise is not possible. You are part of the whole. You have the same quality as the whole has. You are holy. Innocence says you are ready. You are really that. Nothing is to be done anymore. You are simply to enjoy it and celebrate and delight in it. Knowledge says you are condemned, you are nothing, you have to become like gods, make effort, do things, discipline yourself. This is the difference. Remember, the day a child starts thinking of the future, he loses his innocence. Only up to that moment, while he goes on enjoying the present, he is a child, innocent, uncorrupted in his being, becoming it has not entered in him yet, and he is still in paradise. Paradise is nothing, a capacity to enjoy yourself right here and now. You are the paradise, but you still have lost it because you cannot enjoy being here and now. You are thinking, planning for the future. Somewhere when you become like gods and you think, then you will enjoy. Knowledge creates a future. Knowledge creates desire. Knowledge creates becoming. Knowledge is the wheel, the world. You are the wheel and you go on round and round and round, reaching nowhere. Knowledge is the world. Knowledge is the world. Jesus says, my kingdom is not for the world. He means the world of becoming. He does not mean the world of trees and the birds singing and the rain falling and the sky and the clouds. No, he does not mean by this world. This world that surrounds you, he means the world that surrounds your mind and your being. The world of becoming, desire, what Buddha calls tanha, the desire to be something other than you already are. And that is impossible. You are going to be in a constant hell. You can be only that which you are already. Nothing else is possible. Nothing else can be added. You are simply trying to do something impossible. You cannot be anything else. How can you be a rose flower? Trying to become a lotus flower? a lotus flower trying to become something else, but they are not so stupid. They are still part of paradise. The rose bush just by your side is still in paradise, but you are not. The child just sitting by your side maybe is still in paradise, but you are not. I am just here before you and in paradise, but you are not. So paradise is not a question of geography. It is a question of inner space, and that inner space is your beingness. Knowledge creates the rift. It corrupts innocence. It makes you old. Otherwise, you would remain always like children. And when Jesus says that, and when Jesus says, and he says perfectly right, that unless you become like children, you will not enter my kingdom of God. That is the secret key to open the closed door of paradise once again. Knowledge closes the door of paradise for you. This is what had happened in case of Adam and Eve. Knowledge expels you, not God. There is no God. That is just a way of saying the same thing. To say it is easier, to say it in easier way, we make parables that you can understand. The moment you become knowledgeable, you are expelled automatically and nobody expels you. And the moment you drop knowledge and become innocent once again, you are accepted back and nobody is there to accept you. Knowledge is a device to fight with the whole. And how can you fight with the whole? It is just like a drop of ocean fighting with the ocean. It is going to be miserable. Very, very miserable. It is a hellish phenomenon. How can the drop fight with the ocean? How can dog fight with its tail? It goes on fighting, but there is no possibility of it ever conquering the whole. It will always be in defeat, and that is the hell. Always defeated, always defeated, always a failure. And Lao Tse says, knowledge is the only sin. And all those who have awakened to their inner innocence says the same. All those who are awakened to their inner innocence says the same thing. Drop knowledge and become innocent, childlike once again. Regain your lost childhood and suddenly you have become a sage, a saint. Nothing is lacking except for this desire to become something else. Nothing is barring you away from the paradise. Enough for now.